I decided, I was thinking about all the, the stories that I could tell. So I decided to tell a couple stories that nobody else will tell. And you'll see why. I married he and his wife, Carolyn, right here. And nobody else is going to tell that story. And the great memory of the whole thing is that we worked out all the details, the ceremony and everything else. And then at the very end, he said to me, "Is it all right if I bring my dogs?" And I said, "Of course." Well, he brought the dogs, of course. And sometime later, a year or two, we'd become very good friends. And I said to him, I don't think we would be having lunch today if I had said, "No, you can't have those dogs in the church." And he said, "I think you're probably right." Now, in addition to that, I also married all 3 of his children. And I'm going to ask them now each to stand and introduce their families. So, Liz.
I'm Liz, Alan's oldest, his daughter, and I forgot what that was. And my daughter Marley is with us, and my niece Anari.
I'm Alan Patterson III. My wife Cindy is sitting here, and my daughter Abby, who is also, we did the service, her baptism here also.
I'm Chris Patterson, the youngest of Alan's children, and my 2 sons are sitting next to the ladies, so we have sequestered all the grandchildren over there, so keep an eye on them. Thank you all for coming to share in this moment with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry, I forgot my husband.
So the other story that is this working now?
Yeah.
Oh, pause for the most important things. All right. We did a lot of things together. He lived on a hill up here, and he had one of the greatest wine cellars that you've ever been in your whole life. And right next to the wine cellar was the garage, which was another part of his life was cars. And he loved cars, and he loved good wine, he loved his kids, and he was a person who was bigger than life. In 1999, I had a heart attack. I ended up at UCSF, and Steve Figaro literally saved my life. That's not an exaggeration. And so Alan Patterson came a day later or so and paid a pastoral visit to me. And it was the first pastoral visit I'd ever received in my whole life. And so we chatted about it. He had heart problems. And so he said to me, George, you're going to find out that what caused this heart attack was stress. And I said, Alan, I don't have any stress in my life. I love everything I do, and I am stress-free. And he said, you just got used to it. And that turned out to be the truth. And when I went to an aftercare program that Steve also suggested I go to, one of the big things that they talked about was stress. And we made a list of all our stressors and then put them in order. And my work here was number 1. Both good stress and bad stress. And Alan was so good to me, and he would remind me, to watch my health, and I would remind him to watch his. And we were like brothers in that sense of the words. So I want to tell those 2 stories. Thanks.